Well, the conference on the Integrated Criminal Justice System and the Review Criminal Procedure Act will get underway this morning at the Birchwood Hotel. The conference aims to take stock on the implementation of the Justice, Crime Prevention and Security 7-point plan and host engagements on the review of the Criminal Procedure Act. Linda Mnisi is following that story for us this morning. Linda, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. What do you expect to play out during the deliberations this morning?
Well, the conference is set to start today, Aldrin, and will end on the 29th of February, really looking at that 7-point plan and, of course, engaging on the review of the Criminal Procedure Act, basically looking at ways to focus holistically on the criminal justice system in South Africa from the point when a crime is committed in society right to the end when the offender is reintegrated back into society. To talk to us more about this conference, I'm joined now by the Deputy Director General of Court Administration. Thank you so much for your time. I want us to talk about the importance of the 7-point plan. It seems one of the critical things is not only looking at the holistic approach, but also centering victims right at the heart of it.
Indeed, this is a very important conference for all our partners and certainly for this country. Clearly, the issues around crime in the country has really made the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development to really look into how best are we able to work with all our partners, particularly civil society. Indeed, we need to have a criminal justice system that is victim supportive, that is victim centric, but at the same time, we do recognize that in the country, despite quite good progress that has been made in respect of various policy positions around how we need to fight crime, certainly crime remains a problem in this country. And I think this conference really brings together all our partners to ensure that this scourge of crime in the country is really dealt with.
One of the things that has been said by politicians in particular when it comes to the Criminal Procedure Act is how outdated it is. Some of it is, apartheid laws and needs to, of course, be repealed. And looking at that and some of the, appointments that were made last year in December, it would, of course, require the capacitation of, these state institutions like the NPO, of course, to look into manners in which, this is implemented. Talk to us about how important that is, capacitating these state institutions so that they're better able to carry out this Criminal Procedure Act.
Yeah. One of the biggest discussions that is going to take place today is how best then are we able to capacitate particularly the law enforcement agencies in this country. And I think business is going to be talking to us, civil society is going to be talking to us to really look at issues around capacity, both in terms of human resources as well as the financial injections. Now, certainly, there are challenges around capacity issues within the state issues, and I think this conference really seeks really to respond to that. And I think one of the biggest issues that will be discussed today is how are we able to then leverage and the kind of technologies that we are currently utilizing and the technology for the future, so that we are able to then have an effective and efficient criminal justice system in the country. So definitely there's be a lot of breakaway sessions today, tomorrow on the third day being Thursday. Certainly we hope that the recommendations and reflections out of this conference will really assist us a long way in going forward.
There will, of course, be, contributions, like you mentioned, from various sectors of society. But importantly, politicians will also be part of the discussions. The minister will be here to contribute to those discussions. Talk to us about how important it is that you have political will over and above having these conversations.
We're quite excited that we've got technocrats in the conference today, but as you rightfully say, our political principals are going to be here, particularly the ministers from the cluster. But of course, we have the Honorable Deputy President, Mr. Mashatile, who's going to be opening officially the conference. Certainly, I think that, and as a department, our view is that indeed the political support and the tone at the top from the politicians being our principals, the leadership of this country will certainly demonstrate to the country that this conference is quite important for the public to look into.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. That is Lucky Mohalaba, the Deputy Director General in Court Administration, talking to us, Eldrin, about the importance of this particular conference. You'll remember in December last year, the Justice Minister appointing an investigative committee to look into the review of the Criminal Procedure Act. There he appointed the likes of retired judges, retired magistrates, law professors from the universities of the Western Cape and UNISA, and legal professionals themselves. So, the delegates in this conference will also be engaging on some of the preliminary findings that investigative committee found.
Chair for that, Linda Mnisi there. And of course, this also comes just after the former president of the country, Jacob Zuma, had said that it's time to review the Roman Dutch laws that influence the laws that we have in this country.